Hey everyone, welcome to the Power Couples Coaching Podcast. I'm Sarah.
And I'm Brent.
And tonight we're going to talk about minimalism.
Yes, minimalism. Living with minimal stuff. I think it's a good idea.
Yeah, and you kind of do that a little bit.
Yeah, I don't have much stuff. I have some t-shirts, some shorts, and one pair of jeans. I had like 3 pairs of pants, but our rescue dog tore up one of my pants, so
Oh yeah, she
I
pulled
have
it in.
2 pairs of pants now. But I have this awesome Pure Flow soft wash shirt. If you're in the Treasure Coast and you need your house soft washed or pressure washed, give them a call. Pure Flow soft wash.
The fact that you only have a couple pairs of jeans and the dog ripped up your pants.
Well, I'm utilitarian when it comes to clothing. What I need, what works, not too over the top. When I was younger, I had to
So
have
extra.
all sorts of clothes. I was very extra when I was younger. We also live in Florida and it's hot. When I lived up north, I definitely had more clothes because you could dress for different seasons. Down here, it's just hot all the time, so I dress like it's hot all the time.
I feel like for a girl, I'm a minimalist. Like I'm inspired to like get rid of a lot more stuff now. Like as far as clothing goes, I mean, like I do have a lot of stuff I don't use that like is old that like I can get rid of and like I will. I have like no pairs of jeans. That one pair of jeans that fits me. I have like one pair of like
in jeans,
like jean looking pants. Or I have a couple of those, whatever. But I don't know.
I don't think
I don't
ever
have a
seen
ton
you
of
in
shoes. I mean, the dogs chewed some of those up too.
Yeah.
But like I'm like getting there.
Definitely not the worst I've ever seen. And you get rid of things pretty well. You definitely do not have a problem letting most things go. That's the hardest part, is letting things go. But
That's the thing with minimalism.
yeah, well, minimalism is the act of
Throwing shit out.
minimalism is living with as little as you possibly can.
Living happily.
Living
Sounded
happily.
gay. Living contently.
Living with contentment.
With contentment.
With only a few things. Things
that you use.
that you need.
Nothing crazy, guys.
No, if you're a single person, you only need 1 cup.
Maybe 2, if you really want to be edgy.
You might have a guest once in a while. So maybe have 2 cups.
Tell them to bring their own cup.
1 spoon. 1 fork. 1 pillow. 1 blanket. One of everything that you would use on a daily basis.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't think it's that extreme. I think it's more so like no excessive stuff that's filling up your garage and your basement and attic.
And it's so easy to accumulate stuff. Like it really is. It's effort to think about what you don't want anymore and like what is not meaningful to you. And just like easy to just keep it because like you feel bad to get rid of it or something.
You got those people like that American Picker show. Have you ever seen that?
I don't think I've ever seen that.
You've never seen that?
No.
These basically all across America there are hoarders.
Like this lady here. Not me.
Our landlord.
Not me.
No, like hoarders in a different sense. Like they are collectors, or some old guy in Pennsylvania with like a barn full of old ass bicycle frames. Some of them are kind of like rusted and broken, and some of them look like they're in decent condition, but they'll have like hundreds if not thousands of them in this like barn in the middle of Pennsylvania. These 2 guys will go through these people's stuff, and they'll buy stuff because they have like a museum and like an antique store and whatnot. There's these people all through the US that have these, like everywhere. Every state, every city probably has like some crazy person with like a collection of Matchbox cars or fenders to like 1963 Mustang.
That is strange.
people like to hold on to stuff and buy stuff and keep stuff, and like people amass some weird collections. It's super easy to do. It's something in our nature to just like hoard. We just want more and more and
Right.
more and more.
I never know when I'm gonna use this.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. My grandmother, her basement, mind you, my grandmother is very clean, very tidy. Everything is in order. Nothing is out of order in her house. But in her basement, she has like yard sale finds that she's gone and purchased at every yard sale that pops up within like 100-mile radius of where she lives. And there's also stuff from like thrift stores or things from like the dollar store or some bargain she got at like Gabe's, or has like tons of stuff that she gives away, gifts it to people, donates it. She just like buys all this stuff, and she just has a ton. And just in case, like, oh, there's fly swatter for $1, I'll buy like 6 of them just in case somebody might need a fly swatter. I have them. It's cute,
That is cute.
it's what we do. We buy stuff. We keep it. We hoard. Tell me how minimalism is the answer to that.
Is the answer to what?
How is minimalism the answer to our affinity to hoard?
I don't really know if it is.
Well, tell me it is. How would minimalism fix our innate desire to hoard stuff?
And it kind of breaks the pattern. It brings kind of like mindfulness into everything. Like you have to really think about your relationship with all this stuff around you. And if it's worth it. And I think that's important because you're not just mindlessly accumulating stuff.
We talked about this before. Stuff sucks your energy. It is amazing how much easier it is to get work done in a decluttered space.
You just have better mood.
Yes, like this.
Unstoppable.
It's not like the supernatural like sucks the energy out of you, though.
No, it is.
It may be, like just having a bunch of shit around makes you feel so lazy and tired and makes you unmotivated. I think what it is whenever your space is cluttered and you don't have room to move, it makes you feel kind of claustrophobic. At least for me, it's like almost a claustrophobic feeling.
Yeah.
I can't even move in here, let alone get anything done.
I agree. I really do.
So I like the idea of being a minimalist. Our identity comes from our stuff. Like we identify by whatever we possess, whether it is a material thing or something like a job. Like whatever I have, that is how I identify myself. It's probably not the best way to view yourself. Like that doesn't speak anything to your values. That doesn't speak anything to personality you have. But we do. We identify by what we have.
People really do. That's so true. Like people always think happiness is like around the corner, basically. Like they think if they have this, or if they're in this place or whatever, that they'll be happy, and like it's just not how it works. I do think that if someone has like resources, that they will be less stressed and they'll have the opportunity to be happier. But that's besides the point.
Having resources is definitely like a great thing. Being a minimalist doesn't mean shun everything. It means just live as simply as possible. It would be great to have millions of dollars and not have to use any of it for your lifestyle, but be able to invest that money into, businesses, charities, communities, to your family, whatever. How much more value would you have in your life as a millionaire versus if you had millions of dollars and you just blew it and had a great time? Both might sound pretty good, it really depends on the person, I guess, and I think both experiences in life would be enjoyable, but at the end of one of them, I feel like you would have a little bit more value,
Definitely.
Like life was a little bit more valuable.
For sure. I think I would be like, to be honest, like if we're being honest here, like I feel like I would do the same, but I feel like I'm also like curious how it would be for like a minute to just like enjoy having certain things. You know, it's like it's not absolutely a necessity, and it would be short lived, and then it'd be simple as hell. And
Yeah.
I'd have like one of
So
everything.
like,
Maybe. I don't know. I don't know, man. It's hard to say. But
I
I like it, and I think I'm very much considering it.
I couldn't be mad at, say,
I could
in
do
a
it.
fantasy world, made $1 million for like maybe a couple months, maybe the first year, just kind of live it up, simplify after that, and like, one car, a smaller place, one fork.
I want to like travel around a little bit once like it's like more normal, and like see where things we like and all that stuff. Like then if we could always narrow it down.
There's those minimalists that travel that don't own anything. They own no
A
property.
van.
They
Is it a van?
there are some with
Tracy.
vans, but then there's people that basically they just travel and they get Airbnbs
Or couch
or
surf kind of deal.
a little bit more tasteful than that. Like
What's wrong with that? Huh? You talking shit?
I've couch surfed a lot in my life, so it's all right. No, like they would get Airbnbs or they would rent hotels or they would rent like a loft somewhere for like a couple months or whatever, and they just moved around everywhere, and they didn't own anything but like what could fit in like a suitcase or two. They just traveled, and they had money, and they were professionals, and they ate really well and they enjoyed life. They just lived very minimally.
Hey, nothing wrong with that. I mean, it's pretty cool.
As long as we could take the dogs, I'd be down.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Live in a little van with 2 dogs. And
Well, no, we would do that. We would rent, lofts.
we'll crash on someone's couch with the 2 dogs sleeping on us.
We're not couch surfing.
I'm just kidding.
We're gonna do it tastefully.
Man, I'm just trying to make jokes over here.
You're hilarious.
Tough crowd.
You're hilarious. I think that it would be beneficial to start. I don't have much to begin with, but like I think it would be really beneficial just to like go through and shed some of the excess stuff that's just, it's like, why is it even there? It's just taking up space.
Yeah, it made it really hard to get into like a healthy routine
Yeah.
with all the boards. Like, we live in Florida, so we have some boards up because it's hurricane season. You never know when another one's gonna hit, whatever. So it's dark as hell in here too, a little bit.
Our landlord has all this old furniture that she's been saying she's going to get out of here forever. We have boards up because it's hurricane season, so it's dark as hell in here. This is a productivity nightmare in here.
We're doing our best though.
And that's what I was saying, like minimalism, man. If this place was a lot more clear than it is right now, I feel like we would have 10 episodes ready to go yesterday, But
It's a mind fuck.
it's a mind fuck. I'm looking forward to the day where there is less stuff around me and my head will feel clear.
I know,
Right
man.
now my head feels stuffy. I just feel like I got sinuses or it's just dusty in here.
Probably dusties.
But-
Dust bunnies
Dust bunnies.
hanging around.
Oh, they can get out of here because I can't breathe. The other thing is, like, you gotta be really healthy to have less stuff around. Like, I mean, on a whole bunch of levels. Like, psychologically, one, check. Like, less
shit
clutter,
together.
your head is more screwed on, and you're not as stressed, not as anxious, not as depressed. That's gonna lead to a lot of good things, too. There's a lower blood pressure.
Yes.
That's going to lead to probably a higher metabolism. That's probably going to lead to a
Perfect.
better sleep, lower cortisol level, higher endorphins, like all sorts of stuff. Like definitely healthy as hell to have less stuff. And there's probably a million other things that would happen from that as well. But, just there, like your quality of life would go up dramatically by getting rid of most of your shit.
Yeah, it is, for sure. Whenever I buy something new, I try to get rid of some stuff after to balance it out.
Did you like consciously do that, or is that something that you just noticed you started doing
Consciously, yeah.
consciously?
I said
Yeah.
that's stupid, but yeah. Because I don't want a ton of shit. And I don't know. It's like, it's just interesting. I don't know, I was just gonna sound like a weirdo. I don't want to say. So we both like minimalism.
We both like minimalism.
We're going to try, I'm making this up right now, we're gonna challenge each other this week to get rid of as much shit as possible.
As much shit. How do we measure as much shit as possible? And what is the deciding factor of what is deemed worthy of getting rid of?
The criteria?
Yeah, what's the criteria?
I mean, does it bring you happiness?
Does it bring you happiness, okay?
Have you used it within the last, how many years?
Years.
Like
2 years?
2 years.
I don't have anything that I've owned for 2 years.
Whatever, that's a good one though.
Okay. So
it's the main things I think. But
if it makes you happy, and if you used it within the last 2 years, that's the criteria.
yeah.
Okay. That's a challenge. We challenge you out there as well. This week, get rid of anything that doesn't make you happy and that you haven't used in the past 2 years.
Donate that shit, or
Donate
just
that
get
shit.
rid of it.
Give it away.
Throw it in the trash.
Give it
If
away.
you want.
Give it away now. Well,
So-
this was fun. I
and
love
then,
you.
Wait,
I enjoyed this. You didn't say I love you back.
I love you too.
Okay.
But I thought I was gonna say something else.
You thought you were going to say something else?
Yeah, maybe not. Maybe that wasn't. I always complicate things.
Or-
There's more.
Are you saying that we're going to do a bodybuilding show?
No, I'm not saying that.
That's not what you're saying.
No. We're going to aim for doing that. Yes.
Alright guys,
We are.
it was fun.
Yes,
Thank
it
you for
was.
hanging with us.
Thank you.
Try minimalism.
Yep.
Give up your stuff.
Yeah.
Take back your life.
See you soon.
Bye-bye.